Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. Today we're diving deep into the heart of international football, exploring the legendary teams that have lifted the coveted World Cup trophy. From the inaugural tournament in 1930 to the modern spectacles we know and love, the World Cup has provided countless moments of drama, passion, and athletic brilliance. In this video, we'll take you through each winning team and the best goals scored in each World Cup. Get ready for stunning goals, legendary players, and the stories behind some of the most iconic moments in football history. Whether you're a die-hard fan or new to the sport, this journey through World Cup history is sure to captivate and inspire. Our journey begins in 1930 in Uruguay for the inaugural FIFA World Cup. Uruguay, despite being a relatively small country, possessed a team brimming with talent and determination. Let's talk about the legendary Pedro Si, a cunning playmaker whose vision on the field was unparalleled. Then there was Hector Castro, the tenacious striker with an unquenchable thirst for goals. But the heart and soul of this Uruguayan side was undoubtedly José Nasazzi, the captain and defensive stalwart. The final against Argentina was a tense affair, but Uruguay emerged victorious with a resounding 4-2 victory. The goal that stands out, Hector Castro's powerful header in the final minutes, sealing Uruguay's fate as the first ever World Cup champions. It was a goal that echoed through the ages, marking the birth of a footballing giant. Fast forward 4 years to Italy, where the tournament was draped in political undertones. The Azzurri, as the Italian national team is known, were a force to be reckoned with. Their style of play, characterized by disciplined defense and swift counterattacks, proved incredibly effective. At the heart of this tactical masterclass was the legendary manager Vittorio Pozzo. The team was spearheaded by the prolific goal scorer Angelo Schiavio. Their final match against Czechoslovakia was a tense affair, but the Italians found a way to win. The winning goal, scored by Schiavio in extra time, was a moment of pure ecstasy for Italian fans. It was a goal that cemented Italy's place as a rising power in world football. More than that, it was a moment of national unity, a brief respite from the political turmoil that gripped the world. The 1938 World Cup in France saw Italy return to defend their title. The Azzurri, still under the guidance of Vittorio Pozzo, were determined to prove their 1934 triumph was no fluke. New stars like Gino Colossi and Silvio Piola added a new dimension to Italy's attack. In the final, they faced Hungary, a team brimming with attacking flair. Italy weathered the Hungarian storm and emerged victorious with a 4-2 victory. Gino Colossi was the hero of the day, scoring 2 crucial goals. This victory solidified Italy's place in footballing history as back-to-back World Cup champions. The 1950 World Cup in Brazil, the first after World War II, was a tournament marked by both joy and heartbreak. For Uruguay, it was a chance for redemption, a chance to reclaim the trophy they had won 20 years prior. For Brazil, it was an opportunity to showcase their footballing prowess on the world stage. The final match, held at the newly built Maracana Stadium, saw over 200,000 passionate Brazilian fans packed the stands. Brazil, led by the legendary Ademir, were the overwhelming favourites. Uruguay, however, had other plans. Led by their captain, Obdulio Varela, they refused to be overawed by the occasion. Juan Schiaffino equalized for Uruguay in the 66th minute, silencing the once raucous crowd. And then in the 79th minute, Alcides Gidgea scored the winning goal for Uruguay. It was a moment of collective shock and disbelief for the Brazilian fans, while for the Uruguayans it was pure, unadulterated joy. The 1954 World Cup in Switzerland marked a turning point in footballing history. It was the tournament that saw the emergence of West Germany as a footballing powerhouse. West Germany, still reeling from the aftermath of World War II, were not considered among the favourites. But under the guidance of their astute manager, Sepp Herberger, they had quietly built a team capable of challenging the world's best. Their captain, Fritz Walter, was the embodiment of German resilience. Alongside him was a young, supremely gifted playmaker named Helmut Rahn. In the final, they faced Hungary, the overwhelming favourites. Rahn scored twice, his second goal securing a 3-2 4-2 victory for West Germany. The Miracle of Bern was a symbol of West Germany's resurgence on the world stage. The 1958 World Cup in Sweden witnessed the birth of a legend, Pelé. At the tender age of 17, Pelé announced himself to the world, leading Brazil to their first ever World Cup triumph. Brazil, despite their rich footballing heritage, had yet to taste victory on the world's biggest stage. Pelé's arrival injected a sense of excitement and anticipation into the Brazilian team. His skill, pace and vision were simply breathtaking. Pelé made his World Cup debut against the Soviet Union, scoring 1 goal and providing 2 assists. In the final, Brazil faced the hosts, Sweden. Pelé scored 2 goals, including a stunning volley. Brazil's 5-2 victory marked the beginning of a new era in world football. And at the heart of it all was Pelé, the young prodigy who had taken the world by storm. The 1962 World Cup in Chile provided Brazil with the opportunity to cement their place as the world's dominant footballing force. Pelé, now 21 years old, was at the peak of his powers. His partnership with Garrincha was a joy to behold. Brazil's campaign got off to a flying start with a comfortable victory over Mexico. However, Pelé suffered an injury that would rule him out for the rest of the tournament. The weight of expectation now fell on the shoulders of Garrincha. Garrincha led Brazil to the final against Czechoslovakia. Brazil responded in style, with Amarildo, Zito and Vava sealing Brazil's victory. Brazil had become only the second team in history to win consecutive World Cups. The 1966 World Cup, hosted on English soil, was a tournament that captured the hearts and imaginations of a nation. England, the inventors of the beautiful game, had never before lifted the coveted trophy. Under the guidance of their astute manager, Alf Ramsey, England were a team transformed. The team was built on a solid defensive foundation, marshalled by the legendary Bobby Moore. In midfield, Bobby Charlton provided the creative spark. England's campaign began with a goalless draw against Uruguay. They then secured victories against Mexico and France, topping their group. In the final, England faced West Germany. Geoff Hurst became the first and only player to score a hat-trick in a World Cup final, securing a 4-2 victory for England. England had finally lifted the World Cup. The 1970 World Cup in Mexico is widely regarded as the tournament that showcased the beautiful game at its finest. Brazil, with a team brimming with attacking talent, produced a brand of football that was both breathtaking and ruthless. Brazil, led by their charismatic captain Carlos Alberto Torres, were a team without weakness. Pelé, now 29 years old and playing in his final World Cup, was determined to bow out on a high. Brazil's campaign began with a comfortable victory over Czechoslovakia. In the final, Brazil faced Italy. Brazil, playing with their trademark flair, took the lead through Pelé. Gerson Jairzinho and Carlos Alberto Torres added to the scoreline. Brazil had won their 3rd World Cup, becoming the first team to achieve that feat. Their performance in Mexico cemented their place as one of the greatest teams in football history. The 1974 World Cup in West Germany marked a changing of the guard in world football. The Netherlands, with their revolutionary total football philosophy, were the darlings of the tournament. Led by the brilliant Johan Cruyff, they played a brand of football that was both aesthetically pleasing and ruthlessly effective. However, it was West Germany, the hosts, who would emerge victorious. The Dutch team, under the guidance of Rinus Michels, captivated the world with their fluid formations and emphasis on possession-based football. Johan Cruyff led the Dutch team to the final. West Germany, on the other hand, were a team built on a solid defensive foundation and clinical finishing. Despite the Dutch team's best efforts, West Germany held firm and were crowned world champions for the 2nd time. The 1974 World Cup marked the end of an era for the Netherlands, but it signaled the beginning of a new era for West German football. From Uruguay's inaugural triumph to West Germany's tactical masterclass, we've journeyed through decades of footballing history. We've seen legendary players etch their names into the annals of the game, their feats of skill and sportsmanship inspiring generations to come. The World Cup is more than just a tournament. It's a celebration of passion, national pride, and the unifying power of sport. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more amazing content. Let us know in the comments which World Cup goal was your favorite, and be sure to stay tuned for our next deep dive into the world of football.